Hello, it's Miss Havisham. Here I am at Wormhill. Now, apparently this place was named after the Anglo-Saxon god Woden. When I looked on the list of places that were named after Woden, this was one of them. So it's very ancient. Now, I've not been here before. It's off the beaten track really, so it's just like an exploration really, just to walk down to the church and see if there's anything interesting. We're just approaching the church now actually. It's quite a strange roof. I've not seen one in that shape before. I don't think it's open though today, so I don't think I'll be able to go in, but strange it looks. Oh my god, this does really feel spooky. Look at all that, oh, that bracken and ferns. It's so overgrown, it's unbelievable. It's still got all the iron railings with the fleur-de-lis on them. Oh my. As we said before, these stones are just so tall. They're almost as tall as me. These are put in to stop the soil creep, because the soil will creep. I'm going to get a closer look at the church. Yeah, the church, I've just been informed by my roadies, the church is locked, but that was to be expected. A lot of these churches only open for services. Look at that, how big that one is. That, it's massive. Oh, I'm trying to read the date on that one. I can't read the date, but it looks old. Whatever old is. Old, some things are very, very, very old. That looks, but it's massive. That one is taller than me. That stone is about 6 foot tall. I've never seen a gravestone as big as that. And it's in a kind of an enclosure. All overgrown. I mean, no one remembers these people anymore, but obviously they were very important in their own day. But I'm going to look at some interesting things that are on here. Look at this. Wow. And who is this? I think it looks like Charlotte Bronte, to be honest. It does look like Charlotte Bronte, or the representations of her. It does look like, I'm not saying it isn't her, but it looks like her. That's what she looked like. So we can't get in the church, it's locked. So I'm going to go around the other side and to see what's around the other side. This tree's got a very thick you know, it's a very, very thick base. It goes up. Oh my god. Look at all these. I know people like to look at all the details. So do I. 2 more faces here. 2 more faces. Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh They're the herbs on either side. Because it's all to do with plants, it's all druid. And see the plants, it's all druid. Look at this one, it's still on there. There's some others. This is the older part. Oh my god. This really is weird around here. I want to get as much filming before the camera packs up. That's an old stump. I've seen a few like that. We've just still got the stump, but they've obviously taken the top off. Now look at this over here. Just go to this. I've never seen anything like this before. Look at this. With a shield on it. With 2 deer on the shield. That is incredible. That is incredible. Oh, that's been broken down and broken into. That just proves there's nothing in there. There's nothing inside. It's just an outer shell. There's nothing inside. It's another big one. Look at this. This really is a weird place. As I said, it was the name of the place is dedicated to Odin, the Anglo-Saxon god who was always surrounded by ravens and wolves. He had wolves at his feet. There were wolves swarming all over this area up till only 200 years ago. The wolves were everywhere. Now I'm trying to read this. John Needham of Hargate Hall. Oh, that's the hall that's nearby. It's now a holiday apartment. I can't read anymore. But this presumably was his tomb. With all the stones like that, it's incredible. Of course it was all druid, because that's what this country was. Still the big one here. Oh, this is one here. Oh my god. You can just tell how amazed I am by finding this place, because some of these, it's like it's really sunk down. Look at the church again, more faces on the other side. More faces on the other side of the church. Oh. All these, as I've said before, we're not meant to read them. That's why they're all the writing's scrubbed off in most cases. You can't read anything. We're not meant to read it. Look at that. Look at these. Oh god, these faces. Oh, I can't zoom in on any more than that, unfortunately. I can't zoom in anymore. God. Somebody got one there. I don't think anybody's buried there. So I'm going round. Side. More herbs. Herbariums. At the top. Oh my god. It's out the window. Oh, can't see anything inside. This is so weird. Now I know that Dave Ebony likes to see the bases of these buildings. That has got a bit of a skirting board, as he said, and there is an air grate there. So there is definitely a crypt under here. Virtually all church buildings have got crypts. Just looks so weird. Never seen one like this, with a tower like this before. Never seen a tower like that on a church before. Oh, I'm just so amazed by how weird it looks. And more faces up at the top there. More faces on the window up at the top. There's a chair for someone to sit on. Can't imagine I want to sit there, not for long. Maybe I know someone who would like to sit there. He knows who he is. My friend in Baltimore. Let's just give a good view of everything. I just can't believe how spooky this is and how weird it all is. Now, these places were not for the plebeian sort. If they didn't have any value in life, just as workers, just as, you know, the low paid workers, then they wouldn't have any value in death. So after leaving the life of toil for the masters and controllers, they wouldn't have had a memorial stone. And these stones, they're so tall. Now, what I've discovered as well is that the church altar faces east. They were built to face east because that's where the sun rises, and that is why graves invariably face towards east, towards the rising sun. So they're all facing east, and this is correct here. These are all facing east. That's why the inscriptions are on the other side. As I said, most of these you can't read anything. So I think that's covered most of this place. Again, we've got the 66 years. These numbers are all coded. "66 years. And we have got steps going down. And this, for example, is not a tomb. It's obviously not a tomb, never has been, or even looks like a tomb. That is an altar. You can see steps going down, but we won't be going down there. The steps are going down. I'm just trying to see if there's anything interesting there. We're in a world where fiction is being presented as reality. I think there's hidden meanings, the nursery rhymes, the playing cards with the kings and queens on the churches, and also the playing card pack is called a deck, which is of course maritime, the deck of the ship. And in the kings and queens, and don't forget we also have a nave. So it's in the nave of the church is the part that goes up towards the altar. So we've got kings, queens and naves. And the steeple of the church, of course, the steeplejack who goes up to the top. The steeplejack, so of course we have what can be called the king, queen or jack, or it's sometimes called the nave. So it's the steeplejack, the nave, and the kings and queens are on the windows. So, on this note, on an autumn day at Wormhill in Derbyshire, I've been Miss Havisham. More mysteries to ponder. Looks like someone's trying to break into that one. Thank you for watching. This is just a short addendum. So this one is as tall as me. And I can't read the verse at the bottom, but it says something about mourn and weep, the ones who are left behind. I can't read any more of it, but I thought these were so weird. Double ones. All grown over with blackberries. If anybody goes anywhere like this and see blackberries, don't eat them. Look at all this. All overgrown completely. All overgrown with blackberries. I'm Miss Havisham in Wormhill. This one looks like Father Christmas.